let's get on to Meta's topic, or should I call him Isawa-sama?
Yeah.
What you got, Meta?
I'm more excited. I'm just gonna look at Disciples of the Void. It's the new Phoenix Clan pack, which is supposed to be part of all the new clan packs that are coming out for the
It's
new
the 7th pack.
LCG.
Is this just the normal little pack, right? Not one of the big boxes.
No, it's not a big box. It's only like 28 cards. The Disciples of the Void is essentially a clan pack. They're going to be doing clan packs for all the clans, which will be falling into a theme to better represent what that clan is and to better enhance those themes, which, to be fair, some of the clans are desperately lacking currently.
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Phoenix are even a bit spread out, right?
Yeah, Phoenix are very spread out. They're all over the place, and I don't know why. It felt like it should have started.
Crane are a bit all over the place too.
Crane are split. Yeah, Crane are split between military, political, dueling. They don't know what they want to be really. But so they're trying to do it with this, and I would assume, and as with everything I'm going to do in life, generally will be an assumption. And I'm assuming that with the way that the interview went with Brad Andres, who is the designer, or at least one of the designers for the game itself. They kind of went into explaining like what exactly these clan packs are, and as stated before, they are to better give a theme and identity to the clan while sticking to the mechanics that they want them to stick to. In the Phoenix's case, that would generally be revolving around the rings and of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So specifically, this pack is going to be focusing on spells because that is kind of iconic for fucking Phoenix. They're the spellcaster clan.
Are they?
It's their thing.
It's their thing. It's their theme, if you will.
I never would have guessed.
I know, right? Who would have thought? I'm gonna just get out some of the information out of the way right now. The Phoenix Clan pack is said to be launching on April 5th or 15th. I can't remember one of the two.
I believe.
5th.
Thank you. Yes, 5th. There it is.
Really
it
soon.
will be coming very soon. It will be
Pre-order
coming.
today.
You can actually. It is coming with the first new stronghold, Kyuden Isawa,
Which is cool.
Which is actually cool. I'm glad.
Does it have different stats?
Yes, it has different stats on it. We'll get into that when we get to the cards, but overall, that is one of the new cool things they are. The pack as well, while it is focusing heavily around the Phoenix, also has cards for the other clans as well. I believe it's just going to be one card for each one and 3 copies of it, but from what I'm seeing, that seems to be the case.
How many cards per pack? Not including duplicates. Just is it
28 divided
28?
by 3 would be 9.
9? Oh,
That can't be right.
no.
No, there's more than that, I think.
20. Yeah, it says 28 unique cards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
there's
it is
28 different cards.
With
That's a big pack.
Okay, that's a big pack. Yeah. All right, then that makes more sense. I'm like, that makes.
I think
no
it
sense
has
for
some. I think it has like one card for each clan at least.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then probably at least a neutral as well.
Probably. So let's get into the cards. I'm not gonna actually go in the order of the of the article itself because I feel like certain ones are warranting a little bit more focus than other ones. The big one I kind of want to get out of the way first is actually a new support card. It is specifically support of the Phoenix. This increases your deck building influence value by 8. However, you can only spend influence on Phoenix Clan card.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting card. I didn't actually expect this kind of card at all, but apparently if you rock with this card, it will let you essentially utilize the Phoenix's huge benefit.
So you would put it in some your
more.
other or
Yep. You would put it in your deck, and then you would just pull it from that.
I don't think they've explained exactly how it works yet.
Yeah, because
I think it's out of deck because
Yeah,
you wouldn't shuffle it in. Does it
Right.
take place of your roll? Is it like roll where there's a meta game involved, and that's how you
See,
pick
like-
who has this?
it's kind of weird though as well because it states that you may only spend the influence on Phoenix Clan cards, but like normally you can only splash one other clan. So
I imagine it'll be used in like other people's decks. Like a lion would use this and get more Phoenix allies.
I think that's really what
Yeah,
it's there
it
for.
does feel weirdly redundant.
Yeah, but so I'm hoping they'll explain a little more on that. But it is interesting what they are going for, so I want to at least give them props there, even if it makes no gotcha.
Yeah, I think from the sounds of it, I would guess it would take the place of a role.
Possibly. I don't know what role you'd be taking the place of, though.
Instead of the keeper or the
the keeper.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Instead of taking this,
you would replace it with that instead.
Yeah, I could see that. That'd be interesting. Next card I will talk about is now Kyuden Nisawa, because I feel like it's the other card that really warrants some attention. Starting Honor, Fate Point Generation, and Influence are the same. They have not changed, which kind of is depressing.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I can understand why they did it. They still haven't.
I don't think Fate's ever going to change.
Really change.
Fate's just on their design philosophy. I don't expect it to ever change.
I don't know why. It's almost then. But it beggars the question. Then why even bother put it on the card if it's just always the same all the time?
Yeah,
it gives them the option to later. But
yeah.
So yeah.
Like
Watch
if they
Mantis
come up
will
with
have 8.
Yeah.
Kyuden
Nisawa is a +1 stronghold. It is a library and palace for keywords, which really don't mean much. Action is during a conflict you can battle a stronghold. You play a spell event from your conflict discard pile as if it were in your hand, but then you remove that event from the game. It's actually pretty
flashback.
Yeah, you get some flashback. It's actually a pretty damn good card.
Yeah.
I actually think that's a very potent card, personally. The ability just to play a card that you've already played in case you don't have it in your hand.
Just more resources. Turning your graveyard into a resource is pretty much always a good thing.
Yep.
Well, there's already just good spells in the game, too.
Right.
Like the blank one and...
Being able to recur them.
Yeah, exactly.
Against the Waves, I think, is another good one. It lets you just immediately straighten spellcaster as well, so...
Mm-hmm.
I might be misremembering names. I don't actually know the Phoenix all that well, even though Lily plays them. Next card we're going to look at is Fushicho. We actually have seen this card already before, but it is the Phoenix in and of itself as far as...
It's also the first 6 Fate cost character.
Yes, it's also the first card that has the devil's numbers on it, so...
I'm looking at it now. It's just 666 straight down.
666.
Oh, wow. The number of Phoenix.
That's right. Turns out he's evil.
They're hinting that they're going to still keep with the Maho theme. That's what they're doing.
Yep. So it is the first spirit. It is the first, not the first creature, but I believe it's essentially also the first mythic.
Ooh.
I mean, we've seen this before. It's a 666. It is no attachments, interrupts when this character leaves play. Choose a Phoenix character in your Dynasty discard pile. Put that character into play with 1 fate on it.
Yeah, it's good.
You essentially, quite literally, reborn from the ashes.
And get some value.
Yep. It's actually not a bad card. It's just that investment
when
is rough.
When its ability triggers, is it in the graveyard? Can you choose itself?
No, when this is leaving play, but not when it's...
I think it's while it's leaving play, basically, is when it happens.
When this card leaves play, when this character leaves play, choose a Phoenix card in your Dynasty card pile.
Yeah.
So it's during...
Because if that was on a Magic card, it would count.
Yeah, it could trigger itself.
Which I think that they don't want to do that. Otherwise, you literally...
I mean, it is a Phoenix, though, so it kind of would make sense.
Put 2 in your deck. Put 2 in your deck.
It's a slower spirit caller, basically. Kind of a little worse, honestly. But
I just noticed the little things down there are not like rocks, but people.
Yes, those are people.
Yeah, it's a reused art from
He's a biggin.
AG era.
He's a big bird. They fed him some really good food when he was a chick. He's grown big and tall. I actually don't... You're not wrong, though, Mal, because technically, if you have 2 of these or more in your deck, and 2 of them are in your at least 1 is in your discard pile, yeah, you could potentially do that.
You can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
Because there's no exiling, right, in this game?
Not that I know of.
There's removed from the game. And there's no specific keyword, though.
Right.
Like the Stronghold removes the spell from the game after you cast it.
Oh, right, yeah.
So,
there's no removal that does that.
No.
Not that I'm aware of. I think it might have been and I don't know why they didn't do this. Maybe they meant it to be that you could just keep putting the fucking Phoenix out there, but If they didn't, I really wish they put a line in saying choose any Phoenix character card in your Dynasty card pile that is not a Sushi Joe.
Yeah.
Put that character into play.
How does that? Does that interfere at all with? Is it unique?
It is unique.
Yes.
Yes, it is
Does
unique.
that interfere at all with that? Also,
I don't. I would think so, but it says when this character leaves play, so it means it has to leave play first. But before it's in the Dynasty discard pile, you choose another one and put it into play.
That makes
so
sense.
then technically, as far as I'm understanding it, because to me it's like
that seems
it's
like the simple
process.
ruling.
Right.
That makes
Depends
sense.
on the triggering of a.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not up to snuff on my L5R timing rules. So.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look it up to verify that. But from what I understand, I mean, it's already left play because it has to leave play for it to trigger its effect.
Yeah.
Well, if it's already left play, then it's sitting in your discard pile.
Well, it's in the transition. You see, you die.
It's
You're
the
in the state of
nebulous void.
living, dying, and then dead, and it's in the dying state.
Mez just shooting rolls off at the hip here.
I don't know. We could be completely wrong.
Who knows?
So, who knows? It's fun to speculate. Next is up is Clarity of Purpose. This is a spell, and it's a water. It's a 1-cost event. During a conflict, as an action, you can choose a character you control. Until the end of that conflict, opponents' cards effects cannot bow that character, and it does not bow as a result of conflict resolution during political conflict.
Yeah, that's the really strong one that everyone was excited for.
Everybody was excited for, but ironically, actually no, I'm sorry. I think Phoenix actually do better in the political world than they do in the military
they do.
one. Yeah, so this is actually a really good card for them. Congrats, Phoenix. You just became even greater.
Which one was this?
Clarity of Purpose.
So it can be triggered by the stronghold.
Yes.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's strong.
Yeah, it's very strong.
Some of the better abilities in the game, as we've seen, are stuff that lets you use characters multiple times in one turn.
Yep.
Done in that art style I like.
Yeah.
Hard lines.
Yeah. After that is Katana Fire. This is another one that we have actually seen before in the past.
Staple from 4th edition
yes.
RPG.
It's a very good spell.
It's always been a good spell.
It's a I actually think there's other spells that are better as it comes from the weapon ones, but that's a different story. It is a 1-cost attachment.
Not be
Liar.
I will not stray from the
I
path.
challenge you to a duel, sir.
With Katanas of Fire?
With Katanas of Fire.
No, with these weird honor
Tetsubos of Earth.
dials.
With these honor dials. Hold a second. I'm gonna.
I bet one you win.
I bet one as well.
Oh, well, crap. Well, neither of us have political or military
we
stats,
don't.
so
We don't. Yeah, it sucks. Well,
I guess it's a tie. We both lose.
Sudoku. We Sudoku on the spot.
All right.
It is a 1-cost attachment, +0 military, +0 political, but because all that stuff comes from its abilities, because it is a spell, fire, and weapon. Who would have guessed with Katana Fire? You can play only if you control a Shugenja character. It's also restricted. Only one. Attached characters get +1 military for each fire card you control. So I assume that means every fire card that's already out on the field, which I guess technically would count itself.
It does.
And then the attached character gets +2 military while the fire ring is in your claimed ring pool, which is really the
Good
most
for
important
Phoenix.
one. Yeah, that's really.
It's one of the ones Phoenix always go after.
Yep.
And they have ways to manipulate that also if they don't have it.
Yep. It's a good card. It's an incredibly good card. And it's very clearly really going to only meant for the Phoenix just because there's so few
it's
Shugenja.
screaming, let go of me. Let go of me.
Yep.
That's why you, when it gets let go, to use Q Nassau on it.
Yeah, Acute Nassau would also work on it. So.
Is it an event?
No, it's attachment.
Oh, it's
only
not.
still
You're right.
event.
It's an attachment.
Nah. Dang it, Mal.
Yeah, Mal.
You
Come with the
cheeky
technicality.
bastard.
Telling us this.
How dare you spoil my illegal fund?
All right. Well, it can't be done that way, but I guess that's for the better anyway, because it would have been really powerful.
Yeah.
All right. So next card up is Favor of the Kami. It is a 0-cost attachment. It gives no bonuses, and the condition is the attached character gets +1 glory. So So it's pretty good if you want to get that Imperial favor, on your side and whatnot. Just don't buy your characters and then get the end and bam, glory.
You can also attach it to other people's characters, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go.
I mean, you
If they're dishonored, you can
Yep.
further nerf them.
Yep, you can further nerf them. It's pretty neat. There's not much else to say about it. It does have a cool quote. Like air, invisible, like water, formless, like earth, unchanging, like fire, powerful. Isawa's elements. So that's pretty cool. Next card we're gonna look at is the Fire Elemental Guard, which is actually a pretty cool character. It is a 4 cost, and ironically, it is a 4 military, 2 political. Shugenja, Fire, and Army. They cannot have any attachments except spells, so Fire Katana, here we go. The action is during a conflict in which you have played 3 or more spell cards, choose an attachment, discard that attachment. It's kind of costly and invested.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking right there. But, I mean, in and of itself, it is a way for you to forcefully discard an attachment from somebody just by burning through your hand a little bit. So
you have the spells too. Granted, it's easier with Gunasaw, but still.
Yeah. With cheap.
There are lots of good cards that are not spells that everyone runs.
Right.
Yep. Well, we'll see how that changes with this. So
yeah, eventually you should be able to run all spells practically.
It'll probably be better later on.
Yeah. So I mean, we've seen only a few parts of these, so it kind of bites in a little bit. Next card we're gonna look at is the Secluded Shrine. It is a holding that gives +0. It's a shrine for its for its keyword. Who would have thought? Reaction after the conflict phase begins. Choose a ring. Until the end of the phase, you are considered to have that ring in your claimed ring pool. Katana Fire, here we come.
Right.
So
this is probably my favorite piece of art. I just want to go there and chill out.
I like
you'd be secluded. You would be secluded, Mal. You'd be able to just relax to your heart's content.
It looks so relaxing.
It does actually. It's a very nice path. It's actually good art. I like it. I mean, there's not much to say about the card. I think it's okay.
I mean, more ring shenanigans.
Yeah. Yep. Next card we're gonna look at is also, I think, the last card we're gonna be looking at here. Is
the one I just mentioned.
Wait, which one did you just mention?
No, I don't think they showed Tadaki yet.
Well, I can see most of his art. I can't see his ability.
Yeah,
so.
You can see his stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't really want to cover him because I can't say much about him.
Right.
But there is Togashi Tadakatsu, and he is a monk and a heretic. So if you are for the Emperor of Mankind Warhammer 40k fans, he is the kind of guy you need to purge. He is.
He's probably in that sect they were talking about.
Yes, he is.
Perfect land.
He has actually the dragon card as well. Yes, he's a unique character. He is a 4 cost, a 4/3. He has 0 glory, and the defending player chooses the element, but not the type, during each conflict declared against him or her. This choice is made before the conflict type, attacking characters, and the attacked province are chosen.
Yeah, because dragon need that.
Yep. So, it's actually pretty nice, because you just essentially give the bird to whatever they want to decide, or at least force them to play a card that could swap it around if they have something like that. He's potent. He's strong. I mean, he's a 4/4/4/3. So, I don't know. Seems okay to me personally, but I don't know if you guys got thoughts. I'm gonna take that as a no.
I want to see more of the cards.
Too bad, Obs.
Gotta wait till 4 or 5, or another article comes out eventually.
Yep. There's more cards.
Yeah, if it's coming out the 5th, we'll probably get it in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The full.
Yeah.
Or...
Yep. There is a few more cards on there. There's the Inquisitive, Ishika, the Pacifist, Philosopher, but unfortunately, can't see them. I get to see some of them.
They're peeking out.
They're peeking out in the in what they're showing. So unfortunately, they're hiding from us. Those jerks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for Phoenix. It seems like they're getting more tools and stuff to use, and I guess more when we find out how the potential, what I'm assuming is the roll card, is going to work.
Yeah,
it'll give other clans more stuff to splash because splashing the 2 costs, just switch the ring when you lose the conflict or whatever card. I can't remember the name of it. Is it seems pretty solid. Being able to run 3 of those, and
there's some pretty potent cards.
Yeah, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it skews the environment too, just for there being more Phoenix cards than any other clan when the pack comes out. And Phoenix aren't doing like super well as far as I know, so
it's hard to tell because there's so few areas that can give like full on reports of stuff.
Yeah.
But like as far as we're aware, you know, Scorpion is still the love to be splashed.
Yeah, and the kings of the mountain right now.
Yeah,
in general,
they're just strong.
Scorpion too good. Please nerf.
Though Crane had a strong showing in France, they just couldn't clutch it out.
Oh, there's just not a lot of like. It goes really back to, I think what really comes down to is that right now, Scorpion are just pretty potent. They've got their theme under play. They play it well and they do it hard and fast, and that's really hard to beat sometimes.
Yeah, and it's just hard to screw them over on honor and dishonor them. So,
yep,
because they're box. But yeah. No, I'm more excited to see some of the other clan packs, to be honest with you, and just see how they expand the themes and what the designers, I guess, kind of roll with here. So I don't know who we'll get next.
We'll see.
Yep, we will.
Unicorn, hopefully. I guess.
Unicron.
I do hope it's Unicorn. Actually, to be honest with you, they just need more cavalry cards. I want to see more people playing them. So
I don't know if cavalry cards are gonna solve their problem.
No, it won't particularly, but I'm sure they can give them more stuff to like interact with the cavalry and just more tools in general.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
Yep.
It's hard to tell right now.
Yeah, and I'll be curious if, since this comes out in April, will the next pack be May? I guess that's kind of like what their initial plan was. Now that we're past the whole explosion from the beginning of the game release, so.
Yep.